All right, tea is refilled. I'm sufficiently caffeinated. Let's keep moving.
All right, everyone, settle in. We're back into the heavy lifting today.
Heavy lifting is an understatement. My muscles are still recovering from that yoga session yesterday, but my brain is ready to be dismantled.
As long as there's no actual physical wrestling involved, I'm in. I've got my tea, I've got my cards, though I should probably avoid looking at them for a bit. The tower is still looming over my breakfast.
Can we please focus? We're tackling the software update part of the book today. We're looking at why we can't just accept the truth when the science tells us we're fine.
Right. We're moving into the section on learning the shoulds. It's a beautiful, brutal look at the gap between knowing the truth and actually feeling it.
It's about the map versus the terrain, isn't it? We've talked about how the map is often just a lie we've been fed.
Exactly. And Emily starts this section with a little bit of levity. She tells this story about a couple, Merritt and Carol, and their daughter. The daughter basically gives them a date night kit for their bridal shower.
I love that. It's not like I'm giving you a dildo and a whip. That is the energy we need in this studio.
It's a bold way to start a conversation about sexual identity. But look at what the daughter says next. She tells them, "You're here, you're queer, you get naked together sometimes because you're in love with each other. Get used to it."
It's so refreshing. She's basically saying the biology is happening, the love is happening, so stop overthinking the rules.
Wait, look at how she phrases the direction for our frustration. She says, rage not against herself, but against the culture that lied to you.
Oof. Yeah, I feel that. Like when you know a certain habit is bad for you, but your body just refuses to let go of the comfort of it.
But it's deeper than a habit, Paco. She's talking about identity. She says, we tie our identities to our sexuality, our sense of whether we're a good woman or a good girl.
And that's the core of the software bug. If you don't meet the map, if you don't have spontaneous desire or easy orgasms, the map tells you that you are broken, a freak, diseased.
And she uses such heavy words there. Inadequate, disgusting.
And here's the kicker, the part that actually made me pause. She says that letting go of these false goals feels like failure.
Wait, what?
Think about it. If you've spent 40 years striving to be a certain kind of sexual being, and then you realize that being is a myth, you haven't just learned something new. You've lost the person you were trying to even become.
Wow. So to update the software, you have to actually let the old OS crash. You have to go through the, what does she call it? The pit of despair.
The pit of despair. She says it requires a kind of mourning. You have to grieve for the map that was wrong and all the places you missed because you were following it.
That's so heavy. It's more than, oh, I'm different, cool. It's I've been lost my entire life because I was following a fake compass.
It's a massive realization, and she ties it back to what we discussed earlier about the monitor, that internal critic. She says the only way through the pit is to stay very still, to notice the anger, to notice the grief of being lied to.
And not to judge the grief.
Right. Notice all of these with non-judgment. Don't try to bypass the pain. She calls emotions twos. You have to go through the darkness to get to the light.
But then she brings it back to this concept of normal. This is the part that hits everyone. She looks at this person, Miss B, and asks, what is her actual goal? Is it pleasure? Is it connection?
No. According to the text, her goal is just to feel normal.
The most dangerous word in the English language.
But she makes such a profound point here. She says there is no such thing as normal because we are all just unique configurations of the same parts. But we want to feel normal because we want to belong.
That's the breakthrough. When people ask me, am I normal? They're asking, do I belong?
The answer is yes. You belong in your body. You belong in the world.
That's actually really beautiful. It shifts the whole paradigm from fixing a defect to finding your place.
She ends with this image of a Buddhist monk, an old monk saying to a young one, nothing happens next. This is it.
What if the sexuality you have right now is the sexuality you get? What if this is it?
That sounds like a nightmare to some people. A wave of sobbing despair.
Because if this is it, then the version of you that was perfect is officially dead.
But the version of you that is finally home.
Man, I need to go sit in a huge dark room and process that.
We all do, Paco. We all do. Okay, we've reached the end of the path. We've gone through the anatomy, the dual control model, the brakes and the accelerators. And now we're at the heart of the matter, the author's closing manifesto.
And honestly, I feel like I need a moment. I've been sitting here thinking about that software update metaphor all day, but the way she writes this, it's so much more than just fixing a bug.
It's heavy, man. She's saying the world lied to you.
And she's pissed. I love that. She doesn't use the soft therapeutic language to sugarcoat it. She says, I am pissed on your behalf at the world for that lie.
It's a powerful shift. She moves to blame. She says, I can't change the injury that the world inflicted on you. What you can do is heal.
It's so liberating. Instead of looking at your body and saying, why am I like this? She's saying, why were you taught to hate this?
Wait, look at how she phrases the direction for our frustration. She says, rage not against yourself, but against the culture that lied to you.
That's the part that hits. It's not about self-help. It's about social justice. She's calling it an act of oppression and violence. That's a huge escalation from just talking about misunderstandable maps.
But she links it back to the mechanics we've been discussing. She talks about discharging the grief. She says you have to feel these things so they can create space for something new inside you.
It's like when I was doing those deep asanas yesterday, I realized if I just hold the tension, I'm not actually stretching. I'm just bracing. You have to let the muscle release.
Exactly. She says that by letting go of that phantom self, the person you were supposedly supposed to be, you finally make room for the person you actually are.
I love this image she uses later, though. She talks about the gardener. She says, I don't know how at home you feel in your sexuality, your own private garden, but I know that you are the gardener.
That's such a beautiful way to frame the context we talked about earlier. It's not about the soil being perfect, it's about how you work with the innate characteristics of the ground you have.
But then she gives us this real concrete example. This woman, Lori. And she's not some magical enlightened being. She still gets sucked into exhaustion and overwhelm.
Thank God. I was worried for a second we were getting into a purely spiritual territory where nothing ever goes wrong.
No, it's practical. She lists 3 things that changed for Lori. 1, she practiced non-judgmental attention to sensations. She learned to celebrate pleasure.
And 2, this is my favorite part, the stress response cycle. She talks about how Lori didn't necessarily change her life, but she changed how she processed it. She slowed down her shower. She actually noticed the water.
That's so simple, but so hard. I do that all the time, slapping on lotion like I'm greasing a loaf pan, as the book says. It's such a gross, funny image, but it's so true. We're just rushing to get to the next task.
And she mentions visualizing the stress as that orange monster from Bugs Bunny. You know, the one he just gives a manicure?
Yes, that's brilliant. You don't fight the monster, you just acknowledge it's there and move through it.
And the 3rd thing, it's about the partner, Johnny. He didn't just sit there and watch her struggle. He clicked onto the idea of turning off her offs.
That's the software update in action. He started doing the dishes, wiping the counters, creating a context where the brakes could release.
But he wasn't just fixing her. He brought wonder and awe to it. He saw her sexuality as something that could spring and blossom from fallow winter ground.
It's a heavy way to end, though. The idea of joy. She admits that even writing about joy was the hardest part.
Because joy isn't a destination. It's not a place you arrive at. She says, joy is what happens when you jump off the edge of what is known into the adventure of what is true.
That is the most terrifying and beautiful thing I've ever heard. Trust your body so completely you're willing to jump with it into the unknown. That jump is joy.
That's it. That's the whole book. The jump.
It's a long way down if you don't trust your parachute.
But the book argues the parachute is already built into you. All you have to do is stop trying to use a different, broken one.
The sexuality you have right now is it. And it's beautiful, even especially if it's not what you were taught it should be.
All right. I think we're done for today. I need to go, I don't know, go look at a garden or something.
I'm going to go find some red wine and contemplate my own phantom selves.
We'll see you all next time. Be kind to your gardens. We've reached the end of the path. We've gone through the anatomy, the dual control model, the brakes and the accelerators. And now we're at the heart of the matter, the author's closing manifesto.
It's heavy, man. She's saying the world lied to you.
And she's pissed. I love that. She doesn't use the soft therapeutic language to sugarcoat it. She says, I am done living in a moving world where women are lied to about their bodies, where women are objects of sexual desire rather than subjects of sexual pleasure.
She's identifying the systemic nature of it. She says she's done with a world where women are trained from birth to treat their bodies as the enemy.
It's a declaration of independence. She says, I wrote this book to teach women to live with confidence and joy. And then she gets almost humble. She says, if you remember even one idea, the brakes, the accelerator, responsive desire, and use it to help yourself, you're helping her achieve that goal.
I love that she doesn't try to solve the climate crisis or world peace here. She's focused. She says, I'm just trying to help people live with confidence and joy inside their bodies.
But then she makes this huge, almost wild leap. She says if enough people learn to live with joy inside their bodies, then maybe we can live in a world where everyone's autonomy is respected. She actually thinks this small, personal thing could prevent cancer or solve the climate crisis.
And she admits it. She says, do I think that could play a role? Yes, actually, but that's another story.
She's got that don't interrupt me, I'm on a roll energy. But look at what she says next. She admits she doesn't have all the answers. The science is still growing.
Right, it's an ongoing process. She uses that gardener metaphor again. We're all digging out weeds and nurturing plants. Sometimes it's joyful, sometimes it's painful.
And she points out that we're all looking outward for confirmation. We look to community, to experts. We're all just asking, am I okay? Am I doing this right?
But she warns us about where we're looking. She says we live in a world of top 5 tips, where there are 12 new techniques for, well, every month. A world of entertainment and sexy new positions.
Yeah, the how-to culture. It's also loud and flashy.
But she says the truth is quieter, slower, more personal. It lives in the quiet moments of joy or the jarring moments of worry.
That's so beautiful. She says, when you notice something unexpected inside yourself and you want to look outward to check if it's normal, remember me saying this. You are okay.
Let this book be a mirror. When you look up, see yourself, and you are beautiful.
Man. But then she gets practical. She tells us to listen to that small, quiet voice, the one that says yes more or no stop.
Especially when it says both at once. That's the part where you have to be compassionate and go slow.
And she brings us back to the secret ingredient. She asks if we're looking for that one magic thing that will fix the chaos of our sex lives.
And then she hits us with a Kung Fu Panda reference.
I didn't see that coming.
She talks about Po the panda, looking at the dragon scroll, expecting to even find the secret to limitless power, and finding nothing but his own reflection.
There is no secret ingredient. It's just you.
And then she just lets it out. She says, yes, you are normal. In fact, you're amazing, beguiling, courageous, delectable, all the way down to yopping and zesty.
Yopping and zesty. I am officially adding zesty to my personal brand.
Your body is beautiful, and your desires are perfect, just as they are. The secret ingredient is you. The science says so, and now you can prove it.
It's a heavy way to end a book. It's a lot of pressure to prove it.
But it's also a permission slip to stop looking for the fix and start looking at the self.
Well, I think we've done enough for one day. My brain is officially in post-panda mode.
Me too. Let's wrap this up.
Fine. But if anyone calls me zesty on the way out, I'm leaving.
We'll see you all next time. Keep tending those gardens.
All right, I'm out. My brain is officially a pile of mush.
That's just the lack of structure, Paco. You need a syllabus.
Oh, here we go. The professor is lecturing again.